Welcome to the Discover Montcalm podcast, where we're going to take a look at the communities, the businesses, the attractions, and the people that make up Montcalm County. Hello and welcome to the Discover Montcalm podcast. My name's Duane, I'm the host and producer, and today I'll give you a hint. Kind of look around here and you kind of see mixing boards and you see a sign behind us, M106.3. I'm here with Kara. Kara's been part of this establishment since when? What year did you start?
2009.
2009. Mm-hmm. And Kara and I have been talking back and forth for a while, and a few episodes ago we had Jim in, and he told a wonderful story about his life and how he got part of radio. How did you first get into radio?
I guess it was because when I was younger, the only thing that really gave me goosebumps, got me going about really anything was music.
Okay.
So I went to school for music industry management. I thought, do what you would do for free. Mm-hmm. I would go to concerts for free all day long. So I thought, well, why not be a paid groupie?
If you can make a living out of it.
Well, it didn't work out like that.
Didn't work out.
No. So, last internship, radios, and I've been in radio ever since.
Okay. What brought you to here?
Well, just coming back home.
Okay.
Coming back home, actually, one of the advertisers that's been with the station since the beginning recommended to come here. I was dealing with him at another station in Grand Rapids, and he knew I wasn't there anymore, and he said, hey, you might want to talk to Kara. And again, right back to it. It's who you know.
Yep.
Local, promoting local,
yep.
And...
Because I know we connected many, many years ago, and it seems like we all go on these different paths. Mm-hmm. And, I'm a firm believer of, something comes around, that's great. Mm-hmm. And, you and I connected, and, I was trying to get you on to do one of these, and you said, no, Jim's first. Let's do Jim.
Gotta make him feel good.
Yeah.
He does own the station.
Yeah, we gotta make him happy, right? But you grew up in Greenville. I know you haven't grown up yet.
Thank you. I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but radio's a good spot to figure it out.
I have always enjoyed what I've done for a living, and I feel like, and now I'm at the Montcalm Area Career Center mm-hmm. teaching what I've done all my life, and it's like, this is fun. Mm-hmm. This is fun. It kind of gives you a different, skip in your steps, so to speak.
Different perspective and different, let's pay it forward to the younger people.
So what was Greenville like for little Kara?
Mm-hmm. Well, same as it is now, really, probably.
Okay.
It's all a good time. It is what you make it. Life is what you make it.
And you graduated from Greenville High School.
I did.
And you said you went into music management. Where at?
I went to Ferris. I went to MCC for a little while. I went to Central first out of high school. Central Central Michigan University.
Oh, Central Michigan.
Yep. And I came back, went to MCC. You know how life works.
Yep.
And then married, divorced, decided I better figure out what I really want to do.
Well, when you figure it out, would you write a book and tell us how to do it?
I don't know if I can.
Yeah, I understand.
That much.
I understand.
I'm very busy with the radio station.
Well, and that's good because it's something that you found your passion.
Yeah, for sure.
And I've always felt that if you enjoy it, hopefully you're making enough money. But you got to find a passion. You got to find something that gets you up in the morning, gets you up and gets you going. What are some of the biggest challenges that you have today, being here at the station? What are some of the biggest challenges? And I'll follow that up with what are some of your bigger successes. But what are some of the bigger challenges being in radio today in small town, Montcalm County, Greenville area?
Well, there's in media. I do sales and things like that. That's really my background: sales, marketing, promotions. On air was just kind of a fluke.
Yep.
So and small radio, small towns, you kind of do everything.
Yes.
You got to do kitchen cleanup if it needs to be done. So
right.
Started doing voice work for commercials and things like that, but just getting people to understand, you know, if you're a business owner and somebody comes to you, you feel like you're being sold sometimes, you know, and sometimes you are.
Well,
so, you know, you've got hundreds of people coming at you almost every day.
Constant education. Constant education. So what are some of the, you know, and I think I know the answer, but I'm going to ask it anyways. What are some of the successes that you get, what the joys that you get out of what you do here?
Well, just being creative and having fun, and then turning that into something great for the client. That's where I just get excited about that. You know, I come up with ideas and it's like, oh, this is going to be great. And sometimes it sticks, sometimes it doesn't, but at least we're all working together, collaborating. You can't come up with everything on your own.
Yeah. Well, and you just used a word here that I'd like to make an announcement that you and I have started to collaborate.
Yes, we have.
You may not see me on every episode. You're welcome.
Sorry.
We're gonna, you know, Kara and I are looking at ways that we can do what we both like, and that's promoting community. And, you know, we don't know where the path is going to go.
I never know.
Yeah, and that'll be great because, you know, in what we're doing, you know, that uncertainty makes it fun. But, you know, with my passion for promoting community, you have the same passion.
Same.
So
when everybody is clicking, everybody is doing the right things, and everybody's just really working together to make it work for everybody, every aspect of the community.
So, if, you know, we can bring in the station and what you're doing, and we can get the word out, and bottom line, just keep promoting. I'm going to ask you to put on your marketing cap, which never goes off. But what are some of the things that local businesses can do to really, you know, from a no cost to low cost to whatever? What are some marketing tips that you give people?
Tell your story. I mean, it's all about telling your story and why you're there and what makes you tick, because that's going to come through in your business. You know, if
what makes you unique?
Yeah.
You know,
what makes you stand out? What can you do that other people can't do? And I like to think of it like this. Yeah, Amazon can do that, or this big marketing company can do that, this big radio station can do that, but can you talk to the person? Can you look at them right in the eye and say, let's figure this out? And then will they have other people behind them that they've worked with before to put you in touch with?
Right.
You know?
I know today I was talking to my students. They're in the process of building their websites.
Okay.
We're doing website design now. And I asked them, I said, I want you to think about something for a minute. You're 11th and 12th graders. Some of you are seniors. You've been out the door for the last few weeks. You've got senioritis so bad. But I want you to think about what is your competitive advantage. What is your competitive advantage, and how are you going to reach that goal? I don't need an answer now.
Well, just think about it.
Because I want you to think about it, because bottom line, that's going to change. But to have an idea, and one of my students looked at me and she says, I have no idea. And I went, good.
There you go.
Good, because now I want you to think about, you know, because you are 1 or 2 steps away from getting your diploma, and now you're going to walk into a competitive world where that job that's out there might be 50 people, 100 people, hundreds of people
applying. How are you going to stand out?
How are you going to stand out? What are you going to do? And I have another student that put in a resume and an application at a local gas station deli, and I told her, I said, wait 3 or 4 days and go back. Well, why am I going back?
Because, see, and I don't understand why people don't understand this. Because they're young and they
we all had to learn it.
Yeah,
we had to learn it.
And because you have to want it.
Yeah.
You have to prove to them that you want to be there.
I said, so the thing that we're looking at doing is, you put in that application and there's no face to it. Have your resume with you, walk in the door, tell the story, and let people know that, hey, have you filled the position yet?
I'm the real deal. I'll be here.
And I said, and if that person goes, well, I'm not the manager. Well, who is the manager?
Ask questions. I used to be so afraid to ask questions.
Well, and I think that a lot of us, We've had to learn it. And I think that that's one of the things that I like about being at the Career Center is that I'm seeing what all of the instructors are doing in all of their programs. It's more than just teaching them how to weld, work on a car,
Life
become a
skills.
teacher. There's a lot of life skills, with that, which gets back to the marketing side of what local businesses can do, and what you and I are looking at trying to do here with the Discover Montcalm podcast is telling stories.
And again, you asked, okay, what are you good at? Also, on the flip side, think, where am I lacking?
Yeah.
And then
where are my
and then-
weaknesses?
and then find somebody that can
Oh.
counter that, man. You're in.
Have you read the book In My Head?
No.
Because that's exactly.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Just, yeah. We're collaborating. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, because I did the Henry Ford principle. Henry Ford, when he was starting his company, said, I can't do everything. I can't do everything. I can't be everything. So I'm going to surround myself with people that know more. And I grasped onto that.
I have trouble letting go. So
Well, and that was another thing that I also had to do. But I went, you know what? My company can get bigger if I have people that do things and I'm not doing it.
and you trust them, and that's the thing is
You have to learn to
trust
them.
and delegate, and it's a team. It's a team.
So with Discover Montcalm, we're focusing on discovering the county, what's going on here. You live, I keep wanting to say you grew up here, but then I go back to you haven't grown up yet.
That's one of my skills.
It's one of your skills. I'm now repeating how you talk. But, with that, what is it about Montcalm County that you like? Why should someone discover Montcalm from Kara's point of view?
It's real. It's genuine. There's real people. I mean, it's. I don't even know how to position it really, other than everybody knows everybody, and a lot of people are willing to help. You just have to ask and be big enough to say, you know what, I'm struggling.
Yeah,
I need help in this area.
I don't know. Can you help me?
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see where we might be taking this because
Oh, we're taking it. I've got ideas.
There's ideas. I saw the paper that you had written, your notes.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my goodness. But to me, that's fun because, I did this out of passion. I did this out of passion, and
Do what you do for free. You never work a day in your life.
And I'm continuing looking for those stories. I'm continuing to look for things, and then I went, wow, you have an energy that maybe is fun, but it can be something that we can also push back to the station. We can push back to the community. And when I say community, Montcalm County. The station might be here in Greenville, but they are all over. They are all over West Michigan. And even though with the Discover Montcalm, we're focusing on Montcalm County, but there's a lot of stories here.
Oh my gosh.
So
many.
I'm in the process now of starting up a series through the Montcalm podcast about if this barn could talk. There's a lot of
my
farmers,
goodness.
and if that barn could tell stories.
Yep.
And I'm editing one now, trying to get it together, trying to look out, trying to get some more people, because not only are we looking for business people, organizations, nonprofits, but people.
Students. Just everyday consumers.
Yeah, somebody that grew up here,
I'll go find someone.
I'm sure we can find someone. Maybe we should have, sometime when you're in an area, we should just grab the camera and do a Johnny on the spot.
I love it. I do a customer ambush. You walk into a store and say, hey, why are you here? What do you like about this place?
Yeah, and that'll be a lot of fun. So from your standpoint, you kind of caught my vision, but where, why, how do you think the Discover Montcalm podcast, why are you wanting to be involved?
Because we're just taking a look at people. People that I don't know. I know people that you don't know.
Exactly.
There's so many stories that are just, they're just there, and everybody, if they knew, they would know. It's a resource. It's just another resource, another way we can grow and improve.
And we have the ability, gift or curse, to talk. That's what it boils down to. So on that
That's cursed
note,
for me, maybe. I don't know.
on that note, look for what Kara and I will be coming up with. I'm excited to have her energy and her knowledge and her.
Don't take my beer.
I won't take your beer.
Thank you. Wow.
I'll get my own.
Okay.
I'll get my own.
All right, then we're gonna be fine.
Yeah, we won't be doing any
You
of
gotta
that.
tell them this is just after the business after hours.
Yeah, because we're here because the station just had a business after hours through the Greenville Area Chamber of Commerce, and I said let's connect to this.
Downpour and still,
And there was a lot of people.
it's the food.
It was
It's the barbecue.
It was the barbecue, but it was also
It's our county. It's Montcalm County. It's like rain or shine, we're there. We're there to support.
It's the people that make up this station.
Yep.
And that's the fun part. So if you couldn't tell, we could probably talk for another 2 or 3 hours.
Oh, I could tell
But
stories.
On that note, remember to buy and shop locally.
Listen to radio. It's still around.
Connect and subscribe to Discover Montcalm Podcast at discovermontcalmpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Discover Montcalm Podcast. To be featured in an upcoming show, contact Duane at 231-250-9624. Remember to subscribe at discovermontcalmpodcast.com.